Today on TriCrow Studios, we do a comparison between the Fender American Professional 2 Stratocaster, Rosewood in Miami Blue, and the Gibson SG Standard in Heritage Cherry. Okay, very quickly before we get into the 5 sound samples here, I do have a few quick special notes. Number one, I'm getting over an illness. I think we all know what illness it is. So that may affect the video more than likely because I'm completely exhausted. There's only real symptoms that I did get. But the color correction may look messed up. I don't know. This might be yellow. Rather than blue with a little bit of green, but I'm colorblind anyway, so I might not be able to tell. Next up here, yes, because it's this channel, there's going to be a full-on metal sound sample. Yes, it'll greatly benefit this as opposed to this. However, there's a lot of people that prefer single coils for metal sounds. Don't be a jerk. Leave them alone. They're allowed to like what they like. You're wearing that shirt, aren't you? And the third and final note here, I made an odd decision, actually I think I've done in the past, for the first sound sample, so I do want to explain it. So basically this has, by default, 5 different sounds, so 5 different pickup combinations. Actually 7 because we got the old push-pull here, or push-push, that adds the neck to position 1 and 2. This only has 3 positions. So what I did to kind of offset it when I'm in position 2 and 4, here I'm actually rolling back the tone knob to 5 for the respective pickups. right, so there are the sound samples here. So to be honest, I've filmed this about 4 different times. It's just way too long to actually talk about the similarities and differences. We'll talk about the similarities really quickly here. Rosewood necks. They both have 6 strings. They're both guitars. They both have, yeah, they got strap buttons on them. And they both got tuners. All joking aside, these are very different guitars. There's probably going to be some people that, you know, are upset that how dare you compare an SG to a Strat. But you know what? Both of these here are in the same price range. I believe in the US they're the exact same. I could be wrong at this point. Both of these in Canada had recent price hikes. $200 about 6 months ago on this, and $280 about 2 weeks ago on this. So that's kind of why I'm comparing them. There's a lot of people out there that may be a little undecided on whether the next guitar is an SG or a Strat. So that's why I'm doing it. So let's talk about some of the differences here, but I'm going to kind of do it very quickly, as I can. So mahogany body, alder body, bolt-on neck, set neck, very comfortable satin finished neck here, glossed neck. Polyurethane. This has wow, why am I saying it says gloss nitro finish. This has 3x3. This has 6 in line. This has trapezoid inlays, and it's a bound fretboard. This is not bound and has dot inlays. This comes with a very comfortable, I've laid in it, padded gig bag, and this comes with a hard case. Both are American made. Yeah, guitars. Let's talk about 2 of the most important differences, though. So we're going to talk about the pickups. So this has the 490R and 490T humbucking pickups. This has the VMod 2 single coil pickups. 2 pickups, 3 pickups. One thing that a lot of people kind of overlook when it comes to this, so this has 3 positions. However, if you actually put it in the middle position, you can actually blend each pickups, because each pickup has individual volume and individual tones, which the Strat does not have. So you can actually put it in the middle position, which I've had people comment to me before, like, how do you have that in the middle position? Doesn't sound anything like the middle position. It's the bridge, or it's the neck, or whatever. And that's basically because you can roll back the volume on each. You can have the bridge with a little bit of volume on the neck, or the neck with a little bit of volume on with the bridge, or you can have both of these here with the tone rolled back on one and not on the other. And there's a lot of different blending combinations that you can do that you may or may not find useful, but man, I do find myself using them more often than I should, I guess. Here we go. Let's talk about this. So 3 different VMod 2 pickups. So these have like different magnets or whatever, and I don't fully, completely know or understand. But this has a master volume and 2 different tone controls. So you can basically, if you have this in like the middle position or whatever combination, that's not just a single pickup, or not in the middle position, 2 and 4, then you could actually have the tone all the way on one and roll it back on the other. Same sort of a deal. You just don't have that option with the volumes. So in E flat on the neck, a Strat is just a gift from God. But one thing that's really cool about this, and which is, other than the color of this guitar, which is the exact same as one of the guitars that my friend had when I first learned guitar, you can use the push-push control here. So if you wanted to have on a Strat the bridge pickup and the neck pickup together, you can do that with this. You can actually have all 3 pickups in the odd combinations there if you have it in position 2 with the push-push up. I guess that's something that people used to do a long time ago. I had never run into it myself and found it very interesting. The bridge pickup and the neck pickup on a Strat, that's okay. I sort of find the middle position or position 4, I guess you would say, a little more beneficial and a little more pleasing to the ear. Last thing that I want to talk about here is the bridges. Very different bridges. This here has the 2-point, so you have 2 screws, tremolo system. So I find I like the 2-point rather than the 6-point because it's a little easier to adjust and quicker to adjust, and you can actually adjust the height of the bridge. You can, it comes with a push-in whammy bar or tremolo arm, so you have that option, it's included. This here does not have that. You can get like a Bigsby, an aftermarket Bigsby, or like a Lie, or you know what I mean, like where you actually have the tremolo arm. The downfall with that is a lot of them do require that you actually screw into the body of the guitar. Fairly easy to put into place, but again, you're screwing into the guitar. Why is it important to talk about the tremolo systems here? And other than functionality, let's talk about tuning. So when I tune my guitars, I always tune them 3 times each. So, for example, a lot of people talk about the G string issue where the G string always comes out of tune. What I always do is tune it up to pitch, never down to pitch. And after I've tuned it, I always tug on the strings, each individual string, and then I tune it again. And then I tug on the strings, and then I tune it again. At that point, when I tug on the strings, they don't usually go flat as much anymore, or they don't go flat as all, and they'll hold their tuning, especially when bending. What I find a little funny is most people talk about the G string. I always find that it's usually the A string that comes out of tune a little easier for me, and that's usually after like an hour and a half of playing. The Strat system here, because the tremolo systems, unless they're blocked or what have you, I'll screw mine in as far as I can, so it's kind of flatter to the body, but it's based off of tension. So as you're tuning, which I usually, for these type of things, I'll tune the G string, D string, the B string, the A string, and then both of the E strings. Because if you tune from E down to E, I find that there's a little more tension that actually comes into it, and the tuning just makes no sense. Everything goes sharp at that point. But if you're tuning kind of offset that way, it kind of works out a little more into your benefit and in your favor. And then I will, again, tug on the strings to kind of reset them in the nut and the tuning pegs or what have you. And then after doing that 3 times, usually stays in tune for about an hour, hour and a half of actual playing with bending. Anyway, yeah, that's really all I got to say. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. The last time I did this was about 15 minutes worth of talking, and that's just way too much, especially with a guy like me who has a stupid idiot haircut. Last thing I want to say is don't use these videos as gospel. So don't watch, what I'm saying here is don't watch a video by myself or someone else doing a comparison and have that as a deciding factor over which guitar to buy without actually going into the store and playing it. Make sure you do that and make sure that you bond with the guitar. Because honestly, if you don't bond with that guitar, you'll probably be selling it at a loss in about maybe 6 months time, maybe a year time, and it's always better to make sure that you actually, not quote unquote fall in love with the guitar, but actually make it feel like it's your own guitar before you buy it, because you'll just regret it in the end, and that's horrible. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I say good day.